Hey guys, Tom here. Today we're going to be working on my 2018 Icebear Champion 125. Now this is a Honda CT70 clone that there's a few companies that make them now. And this was purchased new in 2018. It is street legal. But what we're going to work on today is moving the front fender up off of the wheel because it's low. And I want to raise it up high so that it looks cool. This is what we're looking at here. So I want to disconnect this. Down here I've got a bracket I've purchased. We're going to attach it up here, hopefully on the bottom plate of the tree. And we're going to see how this works. It shouldn't be too invasive. It should be all right. It should go fairly smooth, but I might have just shot myself in the foot saying that now. So, and later I'll do a video on a more aggressive tread. I'll swap tires out because this is more of a street tread, and we want everything to look cool. The more aggressive tread will look cool. It's got the front wheel off the ground now. So what we're going to do, this is what we're looking at, is we're going to take our adjustable wrench and our 14 millimeter on one side. We're going to take that axle out first and get the wheel off. Is on there. There it is, it's off. That was easy. So we have to get those two bolts out, screws, and those two. And then we're going to break these tabs off right here, flush with the fender, hopefully. So we're going to switch to a 10 millimeter for this. Hopefully this comes off easy. That was easy. That was easy too. Wow. I didn't have these on as tight as I thought I did, and it's probably as tight as I should. There they are. And we'll look at the other side. Let's see how tight these are. Oh, that was easy too. Yeah, they were all easy. That's good. It's not rusted on. You won't have much of a struggle with it, I don't think. And that is off as well. So now we're gonna clip this off, and then we're gonna play with the fender. It's going to be mounted up here again, up here on this tree. And I've got a bracket that I purchased for it. Well, I just had a bracket that fits on there, and now I can't find it. Thought I had it. That's not it. Okay, so a lesson here, if you're gonna make a video like this, know where your stuff is. Like, I don't know right now. I can't remember where I put it. Here it is. Here it is. I found it. All right, back to business we go. So this was an aftermarket bracket, because I'm not the only guy that's done this with the front fender on this. These Icebears came this way, and I think the newer models now, I think they're making them with a raised fender on them so that they look cool. Here, I'll put on the white paper so you can see. This will go under the fender. This will go above it. These will go through it, and they'll screw in to the top of the tree where the current bolts are right now. Now, I just want to take a second and point out that it has this rubber or plastic extension on the fender just to keep the mud from flying up on you. Well, this has a bigger motor than the CT70 would, and so it sticks out more right here. So now we have to play with this and see where this will sit up on the tree so that I can still turn my wheels and not have it collide with the engine, with the motor right there. Now, this is going to be something we're going to have to eyeball. From the factory, there looks like there's some dents in it, but I don't know if those are designed to do anything. The more that we rock the fender back, the more clearance we have back here. If I bring it forward, then we're hitting it. So we're not going to have a look like this. It's going to be more rocked back, but it'll still look cool. All right, so just eyeballing it, it's going to connect right here. And I think I have clearance no matter how much I turn the wheel. It's going to have to be something like that. The other option is to take this plastic extension off on the back, as it's just 3 bolts. And then I only have to worry about the distance of this down to the actual fender itself, which would give you good clearance. But do I want to do that? Decisions. Something like that. So after some serious contemplation, I think what we're going to do is we're going to take these 3 bolts out and take this plastic extension off so that the fender has better room, and then it just looks cool. I'm going to have to go through everything on here and tighten everything up, I think, because this is these things are coming off way too easy. Can't take me anywhere. Okay, so we got it off. It's looking cooler by the second. Now we're going to put it back in there and see how much clearance we have. Bring it forward. If I bring it down, that's something that's going to hit. And for a reference, this is where it was fitting on the forks down below. But do I have room? I don't know. So as you can see, This bracket that held it on the fender when it was down below has been spot welded in probably about 6 places, I think. So we want to remove these tabs. So what I think I'm going to try to do is use my channel locks right here. Let's see if we can get a bite on this and just bend this inwards on itself on both sides. Got most of it in. Let's bend it down some more. I'm going to try this on the other side now. Well, that effectively, I think, bent them out of the way, at least from a profile view. You can't see them too much. So what I want to do is use this top bracket. We'll go on this side of the fender, mounted to the tree. I'm going to try to center it and get it as straight as I can so that the fender will look like it's on there square and proper. Once I drill, I'm going to just mark this with a Sharpie. Hopefully I'll have the right angle and the right dimensions. This could look horrible, so we have to be careful what we're doing. Well, I just realized something. I bent these over too soon. This bottom bracket is going to be in here somewhere, depending on where I decide to mount it. I'm going to have to rebend those and bend them out straight so I can figure out where I'll mount this or where the holes will come through where I drill. Don't do that. Well, that should at least work for being able to drill this and put a bracket in. I can bend it back later. Lesson learned. Okay, so I've eyeballed this I don't know how many times to try to get it right. But I think where I'm going to put this bracket is right along the back edge of this indentation on each side. Line that up. We're going to see if that works, so that it can clear the engine as it sticks out in the rear. Otherwise, we'll just keep re-drilling until we get it. I think we might just have to go with that. Well, here goes. Let's see if this is going to work. We're going to start with a smaller bit for some pilot holes. I'm going to try to center it on that hole. Yowza. Doesn't look like we moved. Something started. Well, as you can see, or maybe you can't, that one went fine. I had to drill twice right here. See the first one I did. Oh, you can see that. I had to drill the second one right above it. It moved around. All right, let's see if we can just drill these all the way through to get a pilot hole all the way through. Got that one started, nice. And I knew we'd come through that bracket. There's the 2 holes getting started. I have to use what I have. The drill bit I had that was big enough to bore a hole about this size, this is the screw that'll come through it, is broken. So I had something else I thought would maybe get the job done for me. So that's kind of why I'm using this. And we're not having any luck. All right, I think I found something that's gonna work. I looked in another old set of drill bits that I had that had been tucked away. I think this should, well, we'll see. I'm not gonna promise anything. That wasn't good. Tighten that up. Holy smokes. Try it again. This is broken. Ooh. Almost got the camera. Still with me? Oh, I'm glad I didn't knock the camera off. So we can get this one. All right, punch through on that one. All right, we're gonna take our bracket. We're gonna see if it fits. Is that gonna work? So far, so good. Take our other bracket underneath. We're gonna stick it like that. Stick these through. Actually, we're not gonna do that. We're gonna go the other way. There we are. And let's make sure this bracket is going to fit. Otherwise, we're going to be modifying some holes here. We're at an angle. It's going to be tight. Actually, I think it'll go this way. I believe. That's our bracket setup. So we're going to undo these two bolts. It's kind of holding up something else in here, a bracket of some kind. And then we're going to slide our fender with our longer bolts on there up through there, and hopefully they attach with no problem. This angle is getting me. Here's the test. Now, does it line up? Number one. So it kind of fits, sort of. Does it clear my motor? No, it does not. Damn. All right, come up with a different plan here. So I held this thing up there. I've only got it partially mounted. It's barely hanging on right now. And I was eyeballing it about 24 times to try to see where's the best place to drill that would clear the motor, still look like a Fender. This is what I've got going now. Listen. So I'm either gonna have to file it just enough so it doesn't make noise or re-drill the holes. But either way, I'm not doing it tonight. It's cold out here. And I hope you're all staying warm because it's pretty cold throughout the country right now. So I think we're gonna work on this tomorrow. I'll see you guys then. Hey guys, so we're gonna pick up where I left off last night. And I've, as you recall, the fender I had was just touching the motor. As I turned the wheel, you could hear it gliding across there. But it's not very much. So rather than re-drilling holes in it and having a bunch of holes in my fender, I think what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna file it enough so that it'll clear that and I won't hear it. That way I won't be touching it. So I think that's the way I'm gonna go. And I got my file here. So let's hope this goes smoothly. I think the best thing to do is to get this tightened down because it's flopping around. And it doesn't have, it's all over the place because it's only in there loosely. So I'm gonna try to tighten these screws down to get the fender set where it'll always be, and then work on filing it. Don't know how much luck we're having here. I'm gonna try this again. I hope it's grabbing. Do an even amount on each side, or at least try to, because I didn't just then. 1, 2, 5. Slowly but surely we're getting there. I don't want it to go in sideways or crooked. It's getting better anyway. Oh, we're getting there. Nice. Look at that. Now it clears the motor just fine. So I was right. But since it was mounted loosely, it was banging on the motor. So I do have good clearance. Well, now that this clears so nicely, and I'm pleasantly surprised, we're going to bend these tabs back up out of the way again. There we go. Now we're just going to put the wheel back on. So we'll have to get a tie, and I ran out. We'll get a tie and get this tied up in the future. I don't have one to do this today, but we'll do it in the future. Now we're going to attempt to put the tire back on. Okay, so we got the disc inside the brake. We're going to start the axle in on this side with the bushing in place. Keep feeding this through. There it is, right there. Nice. Bushing's in place. This brake rubs as much as it always did. Get this back on. And there we have it. It looks much cooler with that raised fender. Wouldn't you agree? Look at that. Look at that. Very cool. The cool factor just went up by 10. Yes, a cool factor of 10. I like it. Look at that. Now we'll get some aggressive tires on here. It'll be looking really good. Got to get a tie for this. Get it tied up better. All right, well there it is. I think it looks much better. You got good clearance back here by the engine after I eyeballed it 24 times. It's on there sturdy, it's on straight. I think I'll get some new shocks for it with those new tires at some point. And I want to incorporate this in some camping videos this year, more so. Definitely a lot cooler. Well anyway, thanks for hanging out with me during this project. Modifying my mini bike so that we can have fun with it on the trails. There'll be more of these to come. I hope you're staying warm. It's cold out. It's cold across the country, but I hope you're staying warm, and hopefully we'll all get out. We'll be camping soon here in the spring. So thanks for watching. Take care.